This season in the NBA gave us unbelievable buzzer beaters and grueling fights on the court. We witnessed some of the most thrilling encounters between the league's greatest shooting guards. These were not merely games about scoring. They were personal, passionate, and crucial to the playoffs. Welcome to Sports Stars Recap, your one-stop shop for thrilling highlights and genuine NBA conversation. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most heated moments between the best shooting guards of the 2025 season. Stay tuned because we are going to reveal who improved the most, who was the best, and who took it personally to the playoffs. Number 10. Jaylen Green versus Anthony Edwards, Timberwolves versus Rockets, January 2025. In January of 2025, the Houston Rockets took on the Minnesota Timberwolves in an exciting game that showcased the talent of Jaylen Green and Anthony Edwards. Green, in his fourth season, had been working hard to build his strength and improve his shooting range, adding 15 pounds of muscle and working on a more consistent mid-range shot. This was reflected as he added 28 points to the contest, showing he was more than just a flashy dunker. Edwards, a veteran star with the Timberwolves, was continuing to impress with his scoring. He averaged 27.6 points per game for the year and added another solid performance with 41 points, 7 rebounds, but 6 assists, as his team dominated the Rockets 127-114. His performance was one of a string of good performances, including a personal best of 53 points against the Detroit Pistons earlier in the month. Edwards' ability to take over games and perform well under pressure cemented his place as one of the league's top shooting guards. The Rockets, while helped by Green's performance, narrowly missed the playoffs. Number 9. Jordan Poole versus Bradley Beal, Wizards versus Suns, March 2025. In March 2025, Jordan Poole and Bradley Beal shared the stage in a thrilling game where Poole's confidence and clutch shooting were the highlights. Poole, who struggled early in the season, returned to form after the All-Star break and emerged as a key performer for the Wizards. When Beal blocked Poole's shot and began trash-talking, Poole responded with a three-pointer and blew a kiss in Beal's direction as he ran down the lane. The two traded points and trash talk, and Poole finished the game with 35 points, guiding the Wizards to victory. While Poole was flaunting his talent as the Wizards' leader, Beal's Suns team could not get their act together, and they failed to make the playoffs despite Beal's decent 18.2 points per game. Poole's game indicated that he was becoming an improved shooter and leader, as he also tightened up his assist-to-turnover ratio. His knack for playing well under pressure, particularly from a distance, became a regular part of his game. Although Washington failed to make the playoffs, Poole's improvement this season was clear. Meanwhile, Beal, in his first season with the Suns, could not get the Suns to a better playoff position. Number 8. CJ McCollum versus Zach LaVine, Pelicans versus Bulls, December 2024. Zach scored 21 points in a close game against the New Orleans Pelicans, but the Chicago Bulls couldn't win. CJ McCollum, with his experience, led the Pelicans to a 119-113 victory, scoring 20 points. The game showcased two very different styles: Zach's exciting dunks and McCollum's calm playmaking. The intensity was there when McCollum committed a hard foul on LaVine, leading to a minor argument. They were separated, but the intensity of the competition didn't dissipate. They had a lot of intense arguments in the game, with McCollum keeping a cool head and taking important shots in the last few minutes, while LaVine drove to the basket with his great jumping ability. His great playing was not enough to help the Bulls, who couldn't make it to the playoffs despite his great season. On the contrary, McCollum's leadership and pressure handling abilities helped the Pelicans to gain the 8th spot in the Western Conference. Number 7. Tyler Herro versus Austin Reaves, Heat versus Lakers, Feb 2025. In February of 2025, Tyler Herro and Austin Reaves competed against one another in a game that showcased their different styles and competitive spirit. Herro, who is a scoring specialist, scored 34 points, pulled 4 rebounds, and made 3 assists as the Miami Heat defeated the Los Angeles Lakers 117-108. Reaves, who is a playmaker, scored 14 points, made 14 assists, and grabbed 7 rebounds for the Lakers. The highlight of the game was when Reaves mocked Herro's too small gesture. Herro responded by making 2 successive three-pointers and turned around to the Lakers bench and said, "This ain't bubble ball." The two players continued to play hard the entire game, showcasing Herro's scoring prowess and Reaves' playmaking skills. Herro's game was part of a great season as he averaged 23.9 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game, earning himself his first All-Star selection. Reaves also had an outstanding year, averaging 20.2 points, 5.8 assists, and 4.5 rebounds per game, and helped the Lakers win many critical games. Number 6. Tyrese Maxey vs. Devin Booker, 76ers vs. Suns, Jan 2025. Tyrese Maxey and Devin Booker battled it out in a hard-fought game in which the two players exchanged shots and trash talk. Early on in the game, Booker made a fadeaway jumper and also taunted Maxey, which agitated the 76ers guard. Maxey responded immediately by driving hard to the rim for an and-one against Kevin Durant, demonstrating that he wouldn't back down. The tension between the two increased throughout the game, with Booker fouling Maxey hard late in the fourth quarter, but Maxey kept scoring right along with him throughout the evening. Maxey scored 31 points and 10 assists in the game, demonstrating his great speed and enhanced three-point shooting. His play was incredibly important to the 76ers, but they still lost, falling 109-99 to the Suns. Though Booker struggled to shoot, making only 3 of his 16 attempts, he still had 10 points and 10 assists, playing a big role in Phoenix's offense. Both teams made the playoffs that year, with the Suns taking the 6th seed and the 76ers finishing just behind them at 5th. Now let's take a quick break and ask, which shooting guard improved the most in the 2025 NBA season? Question 1. Which shooting guard had the biggest glow-up in the 2025 NBA season? A. Jaylen Green. B. Tyrese Maxey. C. Austin Reaves. D. Anthony Edwards. The answer is D. Anthony Edwards. Question 2. Which shooting guard flexed after a clutch and won over KD during a Suns game? A. Tyrese Maxey. B. Bradley Beal. C. Tyler Herro. D. Jordan Poole. The answer is A. Tyrese Maxey. Number 5. Desmond Bane vs. Klay Thompson, Grizzlies vs. Mavericks, March 2025. Desmond Bane's breakout season in 2025, averaging 26 points per game, made him one of the most physical shooting guards in the league. In a tense showdown with the Dallas Mavericks in March, Bane exchanged baskets with Klay Thompson, who had been playing well after being traded to Dallas. Thompson's veteran experience and accuracy were on full display as he dropped 3 consecutive three-pointers, taunting Bane with the words, "Too easy." But Bane was not intimidated. After taking a tough screen from Thompson, he pushed him, and tensions between the two grew from there. Despite Thompson's three-point spurt, Bane responded with dominant play, supporting Memphis's strong outing. Though the Grizzlies won the game 122-111, Bane proved he could go toe-to-toe with a veteran like Thompson. The Mavericks ended up as the 5th seed in the West, and the Memphis Grizzlies failed to make the playoffs. But Bane's growth and leadership in Ja Morant's absence were not in question. Number 4. Anthony Edwards vs. Donovan Mitchell, T-Wolves vs. Cavs, April 2025. Anthony Edwards and Donovan Mitchell played in a highly anticipated game that showed their great skills and competitive spirit. Edwards, who scored 44 points against the Cavaliers on February 10, 2025, continued his scoring streak, while Mitchell, who is famous for clutch plays, scored just as much. The game was very close and was dominated by both guards, who played with energy and skill. Edwards was especially impressive, becoming the first player in Timberwolves history to score 40 points in 3 consecutive games. His leadership and scoring were on full display, showing that he is one of the best shooting guards in the league. Mitchell showed his experience and composure, helping the Cavaliers' offense and keeping the game close. This game not only showed how talented Edwards and Mitchell are, but also highlighted the growing importance of young stars in the NBA. Both players are set to take their teams to the playoffs, with Edwards set to take the Timberwolves to the NBA Finals for the very first time, and Mitchell set to take the Cavaliers deep into the playoffs. Number 3. Jaylen Brown vs. James Harden, Celtics vs. Clippers, Feb 2025. In February 2025, James Harden scored 31 points and had 7 assists, while Jaylen Brown scored 28 points and grabbed 6 rebounds, playing a tough game between the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Clippers. Harden, renowned for his classic step-back three-pointer, made one of his classic shots and glared at Brown. But Brown fired back. On the next play, he drove past Ivica Zubac and dunked hard, pointing at Harden and saying, "Talk now." The game escalated quickly, with both players arguing and the referees issuing double technical fouls. Brown showed his enhanced ball handling skills and ability to score his shots, scoring 28 points and grabbing 6 rebounds. He has polished up his offense, averaging a career-high 26.5 points per game this year. Meanwhile, Harden, with his notorious isolation offense, scored 31 points and had 7 assists, showing his capacity to dictate the game's pace and make crucial shots. The Celtics took the game 115-110, securing their position as the second seed in the Eastern Conference, while the Clippers, who were 7th, found it difficult to keep up. Both players demonstrated their worth, but Brown's defense and versatility were superior in this crucial game. Number 2. Devin Booker vs. Anthony Edwards, Suns vs. Timberwolves, March 2025. Anthony Edwards and Devin Booker demonstrated their scoring ability in their match in March 2025. Edwards had 44 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds for the Timberwolves, marking his 6th game with 40-plus points this season. Booker added 17 points and 4 assists for the Suns. Despite Booker's contribution, the Suns couldn't hold off the Timberwolves, losing 116-98. In the 2024-25 season, Edwards averaged 27.6 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game, ranking 4th in the league in scoring. Booker averaged 25.6 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 7.1 assists per game, ranking 9th in scoring. Their performances have established them as 2 of the league's premier shooting guards. In their encounters, Booker has won 11, while Edwards has won 9. However, Edwards has outperformed Booker in the playoffs, winning all 4 of their playoff matchups. These figures highlight the intensity and competitiveness of their rivalry. Number 1. Donovan Mitchell vs. Bradley Beal, Cavs vs. Suns, April 2025. In their April 2025 game, Bradley Beal and Donovan Mitchell demonstrated their elite scoring. Mitchell scored 33 points, had 8 assists, and grabbed 6 rebounds for the Cleveland Cavaliers, while Beal had 25 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds for the Phoenix Suns. The game was thrilling, with both players playing exceptional defense and scoring, showing how much it meant to them. Mitchell's performance was outstanding, becoming the first Cavaliers player to score 40 points in 3 consecutive games. His leadership and scoring were on full display, securing his place as one of the league's top shooting guards. Beal displayed his experience and poise, running the Suns' offense and keeping the game competitive. The Cavaliers won by a narrow margin, with Mitchell's performance being a key driver of their success. The game highlighted the skills of both players and underscored the rise of young stars in the NBA. Both players are poised for playoff success. Question 3. Who told the Lakers bench, "This ain't bubble ball," after hitting back-to-back threes? A. Tyler Herro. B. CJ McCollum. C. Jordan Poole. T. Jaylen Brown. Take a moment, think about it, and we'll give you 10 seconds to lock in your answer. And the correct answer is A. Tyler Herro. Question 4. Which two players almost came to blows during a Cavs vs. Suns game in April 2025? A. C.J. McCollum and Levine. B. Booker and Edwards. C. Donovan Mitchell and Bradley Beal. D. Harden and Jaylen Brown. You've got 10 seconds. Let's see what you've got. The answer is C. Donovan Mitchell and Bradley Beal. That was one of the most intense moments of the season, and it definitely set the tone for the playoffs. And that concludes the top 10 most heated shooting guard battles of the 2025 NBA season. These games were about more than just points. They were personal. Now we want to know, which SG had the biggest improvement? And which matchup are you most excited to see in the playoffs? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more exciting breakdowns. Thanks for tuning in to Sports Stars Recap.